All that. All right. It is 7:30-ish on a Sunday evening. That means it's time for another edition. Live in the Man Cave. Got the All-State PG and the All-State coach tapped in tonight. What's going on, fellas?
What's up? What's up?
I
Happy
am
Sunday.
I am happy Sunday to you too. I am Coach Barnes, and we are Polk Hoops. Appreciate y'all tuning in to talk Polk County basketball. We are the number one source for this type of stuff in the state, and we appreciate y'all tapping in with us for a little while tonight. So, PG, not sure if you got anything in your Tuma's tape. If you do, you got it. If not, we'll switch it over to the coach's corner. What's going on, Coach Jones?
Yeah, man. What JCP got going on, man? What JCP got going on?
You gotta be a little more specific, sir.
They got a guy 17 years old, look like he's 40.
17 years old, looking like well, Coach, for those who I see you eating, so on the surface of it, the coach can probably George Christian Prep is a prep school.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess they go by different rules per se than normal high school.
Yeah, they do. They have.
Not sure on the age requirements of them.
I don't know the specifics. I'm not going to speak on it, but they do have a different set. That's why we have, like the situation with Excel on why people can play and can't play on certain teams. That's why they're independent. They have their own set of rules. So I don't know it specifically. I'm not going to speak on it, but
Well, and for you all that probably don't know, yesterday was the Polk Hoop Shootout at Lakeland High School, hosted by Lakeland High School, and Jordan Christian Prep played Ridge, and a lot of people have not seen Jordan Christian Prep play here in the county, so
including myself. I haven't seen them play yet.
Including myself. I haven't seen them
live next week in the Mosaic.
But they will be at the Mosaic on Friday night, so it'll be another chance for people to see them. But there is footage going around, of a couple of the kids, a couple of guys that played yesterday against Ridge, and it does kind of bring into question the validity of the roster.
Hey, yes, I don't know about a couple. Number 35 look like he's 40. I'm just calling with
man. Why y'all let that man out the house, man?
I mean, the picture definitely. And then I had somebody reach out to me, was like asking me why they only got they don't have a full roster on Max Preps, because I guess once the picture starts circulating, people start going to verify, and that's where you're supposed to verify your information at, right? So, I mean, in all transparency and fairness, if you go to Max Preps, there's only 2 players that's on the roster on Max Preps. So, and it's public information, so it's not anything that nobody who got a computer can't search.
Yeah, definitely. But you know what's funny? Since we got a new president in office, everybody fact checking everybody, Coach. They fact checking everything.
Yeah.
So,
but by the how we always talk about the eyeball test. By eyeball test, if you look at 30, if you just look at 35, number 35, there are some questions that you wouldn't be wrong for people if a person was to ask a question about his validity it definitely would raise some questions, raise some eyebrows, you know. But I don't know. I see. But yeah, if you go and look, it definitely does not. So just imagine if you are Skip, Coach Skip, because that's who played him yesterday. So if you game planning and then you see that, what's your next move? Do you have one?
Call the police.
I mean, fact checking is a deal, but for you all that kind of, if you're gonna be to the Mosaic Friday, you're kind of, if you was at Lakeland High School, you saw it on Friday, so you'll get the kind of gist of why that was PG's thing. And if you're gonna be in Bartow on Friday, you'll get to see it again possibly.
All right, if he good, then you're gonna see the picture because McGriff got to post it. You got to get a picture of the player. If he old and sorry, what's the point? Why complain?
He's a very seasoned looking young man. He's very seasoned. So I guess we'll see. We'll see. Like you say, McGriff will post it. He'll do his let's see. We'll see. But yeah, Jordan Christian Prep is a different thing. The prep school, they kind of got different rules. So, but if they're playing a high school team, they're supposed to be high school, right? I guess. But is there a rule against that? I don't think it is. But
McGriff gonna start having to let Florida Southern play in it.
Boy, you wildin'.
Oh man, well, Coach, in your corner, in your corner. That's some good questions. Gonna be some questions about that for sure. So, Coach Atbo, we searching for the right word, sir, to make sure that we
Who they play next week? Cause man,
they play New Orleans.
They play Miami, New Orleans Friday night. They play right before Murph play.
New Orleans might not come back soon as that man not gonna quit, man. Don't hurt the Mosaic, man.
I mean, they we'll definitely get to see them, and that's the thing that a lot of people ain't a lot of people, you know, and we want to talk about it. A lot of people won't play Jordan Christian Prep. For whatever the reason, you know, some people feel like it's not going to help their ranking. Some people feel like, you know, what's the point? Can't win for losing. But, I mean, I guess you may not be doing yourself any favors by letting people see you, I guess. I don't know, but there's a lot of people won't play Jordan Christian Prep for whatever their reason is. So, but they will be. We'll talk about it in a little while. We're going to talk about the Mosaic. They'll be at the Mosaic this week for all to see who care to see them again.
What's 18 times 2?
What happened?
What's 18 times 2?
18 times 2. Carry the 1, it's 36, right? Make sure my math is math.
That's why they ain't gonna play.
Oh man. So all right. Well, swing back up top and swing it around. Backside, Coach, you got anything in your corner, sir? Appreciate that, Mr. Sears. Means a lot, sir.
Bro,
you got anything, sir?
That guy gonna get banned from TV, man. Oh, Coach, we talk about a lot of things on here, and we talked about a couple weeks ago about how many threes people are shooting, but yet, you know, scoring averages are not going up. I said a comment to y'all the other day, like, are people running offenses to get layups? Like what systems are y'all seeing? And like have coaching changed where the coaching philosophies have changed to get the three ball now? Like what are we doing? You
Yeah,
know,
I see a lot of it changing to adapt to what's going on now. But also, I know seeing Victory, they run a lot of backdoor cuts and stuff like that to get baskets. It ain't just relying on the three. But that's just a new way the game is played. It's a bad way to play because at the next level, you still ain't learning how to play the game completely. That's why you see so many kids struggle, especially around here. But that's just a new way to play. The three ball.
Yeah, people
I
don't
think
run.
it's bad. I think it's really bad.
Yeah, people
okay.
don't run offense to the basket now. They run it. They run flare stuff. They run stuff to the corner and that kind of stuff. So um, I do like PG said. I do notice that Victor will spread you out, and they'll try to backdoor cut you. Santa Fe does a lot of dribble, tap the elbow type stuff, circle up type stuff. McGriff does a lot of. McGriff is actually McGriff has actually done more offense toward the 3-point line than in recent memory, but probably the top two teams that will backdoor you or run stuff for layups. Not saying everybody don't do it, but two I see do it the most this year anyway is Victor and Santa Fe. Um, but it could be that it's easier. I won't say easier, but they're able to do it more effective because they actually got guys that can hit the shot. So you gotta guard the 3-point line because they got multiple guys that can hit the shot, and so it makes it easier to get a backdoor action. But if I don't think you can shoot the ball, then I ain't got to come out there. I 1 foot in the paint. So I think those two teams got probably a bigger advantage than other people because they got so many guys that can hit the shot consistent. But maybe you're not running offense like that because if people actually playing good defense, 1 foot in the paint, it's going to be hard to get that. But no, I definitely don't see a lot of people doing it. And I've been able to watch a few more games this year because of NFHS. So, yeah.
I'm able to get out, and definitely when I'm refereeing, I'm just noticing that people are running more sets in order to get the 3-point shot, which is fine. But the teams that you name has consistent 3-point shooters, has some of the best shooters in the county. But some of the teams that I'm seeing, coach, they don't have them type of shooters. But yet you're tailoring your offense to get that particular shot.
I was just going to say who run. If, how many have great shooters that are just shooting, or they got anybody just shooting the ball?
And that's my whole point, Toomer. That's my whole point to this coaching corner. Why would you run offense to tailor towards the 3-point shot and what the trend is in shooting your three if you don't have those type of shooters on the court?
Yeah, that's.
I don't think you're maximizing, you know, what you're doing offensively to tailor to, the personnel that you have.
Yeah.
Do you think it's a situation where they and do you change this if you're doing this in practice and they hitting the shots, they get in the game and they not? So they showing you in practice, but then it's just not happening in the game. So do you change it because it's not happening in the game when it is happening? You are as a coach seeing it work that way.
Coach, we've been talking a lot about analytics lately. So you got analytics in practice, you got analytics in the game. The one that really count are the ones that's in the game. Like what's your percentage that you're shooting, from the floor in the game, from the 3-point line in the game, from the free throw line in the game. You know what I'm saying? Like in practice, it allows me to give you that green light to shoot that shot in the game. But now if I'm looking in the game and you shooting 15, 19% from the 3-point line, we gotta have a conversation. Like,
That's a good point. So it don't
but
matter what you see in
as a
practice.
coach, you can't continue to, just let them fire away. I seen a team that we played, coach, they were down 40, but they just kept shooting them, coach. Just kept shooting them. Like, Like, coach, you're not gonna say nothing. This league is gonna continue to grow if you just continue to just fire from out here. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people live by and die by that 3-point shot. And I think because we're always talking about Polk County basketball, we always talk about teams being tough defensively here in Polk, and but a bad trend that I'm seeing is that we're starting to tailor towards these trends of shooting a 3-ball, and we don't have those type of shooters, but yet we're running offense like we do. So therefore, some teams are really struggling to score, and you wonder why. I think coaches need to reevaluate what they're running in order to get, easier, high percentage shots. Let's just say that.
Yeah, I don't think I'm with you. Also, I don't think there's a lot of offense being ran either.
I don't think it's a lot of, and that I guess that goes another part. Why is it not? Because we can't run out. We can't teach it, coach it.
You don't have good floor generals.
Yeah, you got somebody to actually run the offense, right? So that go back to great guard play. So if we talk about Victor and Santa Fe again, they both have great guard play, right? They got multiple guys that can handle the ball and make good decisions, move without the ball, not stand still, set a screen. If they know basketball, they got basketball IQ. Besides those two, they're probably at the top of the list. I'm sure there's other teams, but is it a surprise that those teams are able to run offense because they got guys got good PGs, got good decision makers? So all that probably tie right in, right? Some of that probably got a lot to do with each other.
Are you more considered the bad guy for running structure in your program now?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They put me in a box. Coach put me in a box. I can't play for him. You know what I'm saying? He won't let me shoot. You know what I'm saying? And what you should do is actually get good shots out of the sets that you run. Like I tell my kids all the time, I don't mind you shooting it, but let it be a good shot. Because you see fadeaway 3-point shot. It'd be bad. It'd be bad shots, coach. You know what I'm saying?
Like you don't even want to ref the game, huh?
Man, if I could take my stuff and go home, I would. And I'd be looking at the coach like, you're not gonna say nothing? Like, this okay? But
so, Coach, are you reffing and coaching as well?
I'm coaching in my head. I don't say nothing.
So you're doing both, not verbally, but you're doing both while you're reffing.
For sure. You know what I'm saying? I'm a coach first, coach. You know what I'm saying? I'm a coach first, and that's what I be thinking about. Out there, and we try to blame the kids for a lot of this, and a lot of this. The coaches are equally at fault for the trend that we're doing right now. They're equally at fault because they allow it.
Coach, a layup is not celebrated like a 3-point shot or a dunk is. So you don't get you obviously, like if you pressing and you turn somebody over, get a layup, but like just you run the offense for a layup, it's not really celebrated. You run it for threes and lobs, right? You're not running for foul line jump shots. That's not the sexy part of basketball. So a lot of kids don't work on it, and whether the coaches are teaching it or not, it's the easiest part of basketball. I see you leaning back. It's the easiest part of basketball, coach, but we don't see it. So if you don't see it, does that mean they don't know how to do it, or it's not being taught? But we don't see it, right?
Yeah.
A layup ain't sexy, coach. A layup ain't what they gonna put in your highlight reel. They putting you breaking somebody down. They putting you dunking on somebody. They putting you, you know what I'm saying? You're hitting a three. They're not putting that you got a layup.
Arenas said at the end of the day, it's about putting the ball in the hole. At the end of the day, it's who has the most points that wins the game. No matter how it gets there, that is the point of basketball, correct?
That's the point of basketball.
Are you saying a layup is the highest percentage shot, probably next to the dunk, coach? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you know what you also see? Probably because they're not taking them seriously? teams missing layups at a higher percentage than they used to.
And they missing them because why? Because they're not working on it, coach. It's the easiest shot in basketball that people don't work on. How many times you go in the gym, practice? The most times some kids do layups is in the pregame layup line. You may do it because even when you're practicing, do people still do the old school? Start the first 5 minutes layup, left hand layup, right hand layup to the middle. People just jump right into whatever they're working on, right? How much do you see teams work on layup drills? So then you get in the game and you missing a point blank layup. You ain't doing it. You ain't working on it. As simple as it sounds, it's simple until you miss it. You lose a game by 4. You done miss 8 layups. Come on, coach. It happened, coach. People don't practice that stuff.
No,
and it's just like football. Special teams don't get talked about till they lose you a game. Then when they lose your game, everybody pointing at the. But it's like that we don't focus on it, coach. We don't focus on it. And I'm not in gyms and practices. I'm not saying. I'm just saying when I look at highlight reels. I don't know about y'all, but I don't see layups. If I see a mid-range, it's because somebody got broke down, cross somebody over, but I'm seeing dunks and 3-pointers. You in transition type stuff, but it ain't the fundamental easiest shot in basketball. The first easiest shot in basketball is layup. Second one is what? A free throw.
Mm-hmm.
Them the two least worked on shots that people work on until you lose a game by 3 and you miss 12 free throws. Then it's an epidemic.
Facts. And I agree with Coach Jones, especially with that football scenario that he just put up. Like everybody running spread offense, but you don't have no spread quarterback. You don't have nobody to share that ball around. Like I don't know why, especially in Polk, that we went to that trend. We don't have a quarterback to run that. It's the same thing when PG talk about point guards. You got to have a floor general in order to run these exotic offenses that y'all are running, and they don't have the IQ to do it. First of all, they over dribble, ball stay in their hands too long, and then it's no ball movement. Then with it being no ball movement, it's no movement on the backside. Everybody just standing. You know what I'm saying? It's supposed to be better, but it's not. Coach, and we're not getting the results that we normally get. You can talk about, the early 2000s, 90s, and 80s, but the results was there, Coach. People got wins and championships and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? But again, like you said, you got to work on it, but it got to transition over into the game too.
But Coach, like I'm saying, simple. Like Shane, post entry to the post. How many times came to a game and saw a kid post and be open, and it's a horrible pass and it's a turnover? It's just like it's an entry pass to the post, and the person ain't even half side, they ain't fronting, they standing behind you, so it's like a clear target, and we can't even make a clear target bounce pass to the post. It's like, to me, that's. But I don't know if people take it for granted, Coach, or you spend time shooting so many threes. Everybody got shooting machines now, which I ain't knocking shooting machines. But I guess something has had to be kind of sacrificed, and it's the easiest part of the game that seems like it's been sacrificed until you lose because you can't do the easiest part of the game. How many games we done seen, Coach, when people lose games at the free throw line? They free throws, Coach. Miss layups, like you just said. You getting the rebound, you working for the offensive rebound, and you can't make a point blank layup, and there's no shot block, and nobody's challenging the shot. You just can't make a layup. I mean, that's just people. You lose them close games. That's what you losing by. Simple stuff. So it's simple until it ain't, and then the coach is the worst person in America when you out there missing layups and free throws. But I guess if the coach not giving enough attention to it in practice, does the coach share some of the blame? Because when will the kid work on it if they don't do it in practice? And if the coach is not making it a priority that we're going to make 100 layups before we leave, 100 free throws before we leave court to leave the gym, then for the kids, I guess it won't be as important either. So
Now everybody's not shooting like that. I watched Columbus play basketball the other day, and I guess that's why this is such a dynasty too. Like
that's what I said one time. I watched Columbus drag Grayson, and they ain't just talented. They play good basketball. Like they running stuff. They running sets. They not taking no bad shots. So you got all that talent and you playing basketball and running stuff, man.
People beat Mount Vernon by 20.
It wasn't that close. They drug them. And so it's a clinic. They are a fundamental, methodical like machine.
And that's the second time they don't beat them
this year. Yeah, they beat them at City Palms too.
So it ain't no fluke. So, all right, well, man, we're gonna move on. We got a couple shout outs for this past week. At Discovery on Friday night, Jeremy Nixon passed a 1,000 point for his career. Congrats to him. Also from Discovery, got Eric Daly picked up 2 offers. He got one from Polk State, one from Weber International. Another basketball offer was Tyson McElhaney, FIU, Lakeland 2028 guard. Another Lakeland kid, 2028, got a couple football offers from FAU, ECU, Rhode Island, and Carl Gene Bart Jr. from Davenport picked up 3 football offers from Wake Forest, FAU, and Pittsburgh. So congrats to all. Shout out to all those young men.
So the day the kid goes to Polk State, he still got 4 years of eligibility after Polk State?
He got 5 because they got 5 now. So, yeah, he go to Polk State and he'll have 5 years still.
Oh, he need to go that route. That'd be great for him. Now he can learn how to play the point guard. And
that'd be perfect.
And develop all the skills he need to get.
Yeah, that was a good offer. I saw that. Yeah, I thought so too. I thought that was a good offer too. So shout out to all those young men. And Coach, I don't know if this is the time of the show where you get a girls recognition. You got your information.
Yes, sir. I got it.
All right.
To highlight the girls from the Polk County Girls page, they sent me the information. Just know we are just, informing you. This is not Polk Hoops. This is sent over from the Polk County Girls page. And to highlight the primetime performance this week, Ava Anderson from McKill had 20 points against Lake Wells, 18 against Sefner Christian. Sasha Lawson for Santa Fe had 19 points against someone from Ocala, FJL. I don't know what that is. Amelia Williams again, back up there against Daytona Mainland, had 34 points and 12 rebounds. If I pronounce your name wrong, I think it's Shania Benjamin from Lake Gibson, had 29 points against Oasis. Zakiria Rutledge for George Jenkins had 24 points against Charlotte, 25 points against Sefner Christian. Quinn Sanders had 17 points against Windermere Prep. Serenity Hardy from Winter Haven had 19 points against Somerset Academy and 22 points against Windermere Prep. And this week, for the Exodus 410 Organizations Player of the Week for Polk County Girls Basketball is Zakiria Rutledge from George Jenkins.
Rutledge, that name sounds familiar. Her sister, I don't know if that's the Rutledge that the Jacady and them, the Jacady that played the boy and then the girl from back in the day. That sounds familiar.
I don't know, Coach. I know she was at Lakeland last year. She's now over at Jenkins and she's killing it.
Okay, good deal. Well, congrats to all those young ladies who were primetime performers. And Coach, y'all, it's the first season is over, right?
Yes, sir. This is a season that we look forward to. This is a season that gets me pumped up. Everything else is a dress rehearsal. You know what I'm saying? Even though it's 1 week left for basketball, traditionally, since I've been over there, Johnny don't like playing that last week. So we're gonna be in the lab all week, trying to get healthy, trying to get better, fine tune some things, and get ready for the district playoffs. We finished 20 and 2. No, that's not right.
The 2 is right. What's the how
2
many
is
won?
right. 19 and 2. Finished 19 and 2. We had 3 games get canceled on us. We didn't look to pick those games up. So we finished the season at 19 and 2, beat the number 7 and 12 team in the state this weekend at the Ladon Classic, which was a really good event. If people won at the Polk shootout, the next place to be was at the Ladon Classic in Winter Haven. There was some good matchups over there.
So this is an interesting topic, I guess a segue. So you all decided to take the week off because for all intents and purposes, whatever you're doing right now has nothing to do with district seating.
Has nothing to do with district seating.
On the boys' side, they just ended Saturday too, right?
Yes,
so
sir.
Nothing they do this week has
nothing
anything
to do with district seating.
So what's the point of playing?
Well, it does.
I'm devil's advocate now, so don't throw that at the screen.
Yeah, I got you. It does count towards your regional seating, so it will count when they start considering people for the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? So but it doesn't count towards your district seating next week. But they do consider it when they start picking those 18 for the playoffs.
But if I need to get into the playoffs by winning the district, the rest of that stuff don't really matter, right? So it really do me no good to play this week.
No, it doesn't.
It's only if I'm Winter Haven, if I'm Santa Fe, if I'm Victory on the boys' side, if I'm Bartow, these people that's in position, Arbondale, then it matters because I'm looking past district. Yes, but if district is all or nothing, it really don't matter if it really is. Because I look at Lakeland. Lakeland got 4 games this week. Victory got a tough week. So Victory, let's just talk Victory. Victory plays Lakeland tomorrow. They play Calvary Christian Tuesday, and they play St. Pete Gibbs on Friday. All in the same week. And this week all intents and purposes, don't count. Right?
No.
I mean, that's
towards district, coach.
That's.
But coach, come on, man. Victory gonna show up and win their district.
I mean, I said devil's advocate. Maybe that wasn't but.
But it matters in their regional seeding for them, to capture that number 1 seed in their region. So it's still important. It's still important to end the season playing well, and at the same time, it'd be a tough road game in the Mosaic. Even though they're playing as a home team against somebody outside, Victory versus Gibbs, it doesn't get no better than that, coach. If you don't get better, that game don't help prepare you what you're going to see in the playoffs, because that's what they're going to see once they get to Lakeland.
Because really this is strategy, good strategy.
I think so.
Because they're going to run through their region. So playing this week is essentially they're going to have the next 2 weeks off after this week anyway. Because district and region, so they got to get them in while they can get them in. It makes sense. That makes sense. But you understand what I'm saying? Like if it don't count, but if I'm trying to kick and scratch and claw to get in, then it does.
If you round that 8 or 9 seed, it's still important. 10 maybe. You can.
Do we have a lot of teams at 8 and 9?
You have several that from that 7 to 10 range. Yeah. Especially in that 7A district.
Yeah, 7A is a good little log jam at the bottom.
Yeah, like Davenport, Haines City, Ridge. I think they're like 9, 10, and 11. I think, or something that.
They got to get them big wins. Are they all playing in the Mosaic?
Hey,
that win doesn't help them.
Davenport
It doesn't affect the district, but it's going to be considered when they're picking for the regional.
region.
That's important.
See,
It is important.
Get tricky. And then Mr. Alexander says, what about key players getting injured? You just got to play. You just got to play, right? We didn't used to consider what about somebody getting injured or load management, and we're gonna sit them and rest them. You just play. That's another thing that's new school. That
I don't even know why that's even a question with the way these kids be trying to have an AAU team during the season. So
hold on now.
I just saw Night Riders having tryouts.
No, you're right. Coach, there's a kid in Polk, Canada that plays on the weekend with a team.
Is it what?
It's a kid that's in Polk, Canada that goes and plays with a team on the weekend. He posted. He posts his highlights and everything on Twitter. Tag us and everything. And I'm just like, you're in season. You're in season. Then on Saturday, catch me here with this all-star team playing against this other team.
Yeah, I just hoop, man.
Just hoop. Because we never said, man, I gotta rest this one on the man. You just play. You just line up and you play, and that's not the reality for. Do we see that, Coach?
No,
it's done changed though.
No. Because like for us, the big shootout was this weekend was the Ladon Classic. It's not a big shootout for girls, this weekend. So that's the reason why we didn't play. We're not playing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But the mosaic is where you want to be at. The mosaic, you're gonna see where you at compared to teams outside the county. You know what I'm saying? Mosaic is gonna prepare you for that tough district run, and some of you guys gotta win the district in order to get in. So you need to use this as a board to spring you into the district tournament. If not, it's okay. Just start getting your notebook together. Start doing that inventory early. You know what I'm saying? Come watch with us.
It's just a question because it's a question that shouldn't be, and like you said, if you're trying to make a run, just like Coach Blicker just said, you at this point you're trying to pick up points because it's all about the points for your season. So it definitely makes sense that you ain't got to get on the road. You ain't got to go spend no money on hotels. You ain't got to buy a van and stuff. No. You just drive down 60 to Bartow, play one game, and no matter what time you play, you back home the same day. It makes sense. Now, if you wasn't playing nobody, if you was playing like somebody that's not going to improve your rankings, then I could question like, what's the point? But
Griff does a great job in helping our teams with that. You really got to give it up to him. He gives them the matchup that they need to improve their strength of schedule.
Who that?
McGriff does when he's matching up for the mosaic.
Yeah.
And we're gonna talk about that. We're talking about it right now. The matchups for the mosaic, and I just think that it's a showcase, right? It's the last. It's perfectly situated for the last week before district play, when you should have all your kids. You should be, getting the way you want to get to. Like, for example, the 5:00 game, you got Jenkins. Jenkins has quietly, they got on a 4-game winning streak at 12-10. It's from the start of the season with what Coach Davis, they kind of started with him and his staff, alumni over there at Jenkins. They really have done a great job of, turning things around. So they ain't one of those like that kind of 8-9 slot 7-8. So they play Eustis Friday. Your neck of the woods, your hometown.
Let's go Eustis.
But then it's like, so they got Eustis. All right, so let's talk about it. You got Kenny Davis, first game Friday. They 12-10. Eustis is 15-7. Kenny, they got a pretty good guard combination with the Hoskins kid, the point guard. And then this kid that done kind of came out of nowhere, Meso Pierpoint, 6'2" guard, 2026 kid. I don't know where he came from, coach, but in the last couple of weeks, he a highlight reel every night, and he averaging he won on our honor roll this week. He went for 34 the other night. So they got a nice situation, but Eustis we know is a perennial, as we say, a perennial state power. So you know that you're gonna get some good points. Like right now, Eustis is ranked number 11 in the state in 4A. They number 4. They number 94 overall. So you playing a top 100 team.
Mm-hmm.
So they able to go now. Eustis got some. They got a couple good guards too. Got a big kid inside, which may get Jenkins some trouble. They got this kid that's 6'6", getting into some D2 schools. He averaging a double right now. So guard wise, I think Jenkins might be in good shape, but they're gonna have to deal with how they're gonna handle the big kid inside. But
I mean, I was able to watch Jenkins the other day.
I'm just presenting the games, man. Everybody we're talking mosaic. It's my notes, sir. Go ahead, coach.
Yeah, I was able to watch Jenkins the other day, and I seen them early in the year, and it's a completely different team. Coach Kenny got them going in the right direction. It's a lot more improvement. They're really playing team basketball, coach. So what he's done with that team, he should be commended for it. I think Houston is going to be a tough matchup for him. You know, I expect them to compete, but I don't see them winning that game. But I think it's going to be a great matchup for Jenkins.
Okay. Can't stick, Coach Blicker. Yo over under your stuff don't cover. So your last one didn't cover.
But people lost their whole mortgage.
All right, so the second game, the 6:20 game, is the aforementioned Jordan Christian Prep versus Miami Norland. So Jordan Christian Prep 12-9. This is their debut at the Mosaic, their first time, and they are led by Heriberto Rodriguez, Daniel Ashishwaga, and William Reyes. Now, William Reyes played in our showcase over the summer at the alumni tournament, alumni showcase. They all are seniors, and they are currently ranked by Max Preps. Now, they're not in a district, but they rank 188 in the state through Max Preps, and they have won 3 NACA championships. They won it 3 years, 21, 22, and 23. Miami Norland coming in at 14-9. They are ranked 5th in 3A, and they rank 50 overall. So they got some side. They got a point guard that's pretty good. It's actually, what's the name? Okay. Lorenzo Major. That's my college teammate from when we was in Tuskegee. His son plays PG. I get to finally see him. Then they got a couple other guys, 6'5", 6'6", so it should be a pretty good game. That's a 6:20 game. That's gonna be all right. So then the 7:40 game, he just got done playing with y'all over there, and he gonna be in the gym Friday with JCP.
Well, y'all tough.
Oh man, yeah, they say 3A on the notes, Coach Zeke, Coach Hayes. So then the 7:40 game that night, Bartow 16-7 against Apopka 16-6. You got two of the greats going head to head. You got Coach McGriff, Polk County royalty, and Scott Williams, multiple county royalty. Both great coaches, do it the right way. Both are state championship coaches, level coaches. So this will be a great matchup for you. If you like basketball and strategy and that kind of stuff, you will enjoy this one. So Bartow right now is 21 in the state in 6A. They're 91st in the state. They got Jacqueline Crosley, who leads them, probably one of the better. He arguably, one of the best three shooters in the county, and He can stroke it. He's leading them in scoring right now. He's got 83 made threes right now, averaging 16 a game for McGriff, a 2026 kid. And they got a freshman that kind of do everything. 8 points a game, 7 rebounds, 4 steals, kind of point forward. And then they got the transfer Red from over at Kathleen, Josiah Battle, who kind of does a little bit of everything for him as well. Scott Williams, they 14 in the state right now in 7A. They 43. So it's a top 50 team, top 50 matchup statewide. And they got a kid that has some JUCO offers. He's in the top 20 all-time scores at the Pop for averaging 12 and 6 a game. Got a 6'5" wing that's pretty good and a 6'1" point guard. So it looks like it'll be a pretty good matchup. And then the nightcap will be Victory Christian, 17-5, taking on St. Pete Gibbs, 19-4. So what's that, sir?
Gibbs by 20.
Gibbs by a dub. Okay. So Coach Fitzgerald coming in with 5 district titles. He's number 4 in 1A overall, 6-1 in the state. You got Quentin Wilson, obviously top freshman in the country. Has offers from Michigan, Arizona State, averaging 22 a game right now. You got Tucker Fox and then MJ McCullough. So they got a pretty good 3-headed monster. All 3 of them average double figures. Play very well, sound good basketball for Victory. Taking on Larry Murphy, the defending state champs in 4A. And right now, they are number 1 overall in the state in 4A. They're number 6 overall in the entire state.
And you know what's dope about that? You possibly going to get to see Eustis and Gibbs in 4A state in the semis.
Eustis and Gibbs are going to be a potential Final Four matchup.
Yeah. Eustis region is pretty is in the route to where they should be able to make it. Me and Murph talked about it today, and that would be probably like a 1-4.
1-4. Wow. Well, if you all have not seen Gibbs play, Gibbs is from St. Pete, but they play a Polk County style of basketball. He got some guys that can go. He got a point guard, a 6'4" point guard, kind of elite guard, can do it all. Got offers from West Virginia, South Florida, Oregon. You got a PG, Jacob Daniels, who's committed to Lincoln Memorial with Coach J. Fraud. So they guard play is exceptional. They got
They got 2 guys going to Lincoln.
They got 2. Okay, yeah, I've seen it now. Bobby Crawford, he's 6'8" forward. He's also signed with Lincoln Memorial, and they also have former Kathleen Red Devil, Isaiah Medina, 7'1" center, shot blocker. He signed with DePaul. So they got 3.
Are you not going to South Florida?
No, he's going to DePaul.
He signed to DePaul. So you got 3. They got 3 signees and 1 that has major offers in their star 5. So they got Gibb is loaded. So that's going to be a great test for Victory. Great test before they go into district play.
But again, like we talked about earlier, Victory needs this game for strength of schedule. Because right now, if Victory goes into the Final Four, they'll be the 4th seed. So what they're hoping for is to kind of try to get in the 3 seed if they can. So like this is just a great example of what we talked about earlier. But it's not counting towards the district, but it will count, later on. And they need this game.
Need it. Okay. So Saturday.
To win the game, or they just need to play it?
I mean, if they win it, it's even better.
They not winning.
I didn't say that. If they win it, it's even better.
Yeah, I know you ain't saying boss. I'm just saying they not winning.
But strength of schedule, it helps improve that. Like even at a Apopka Bartow game, it's gonna be interesting because Bartow is better at home.
Yeah, Bartow can beat Apopka.
Bartow can beat Apopka in Bartow.
Yeah, I just hope they lose.
It's gonna be a great environment for Victor. It's gonna be a great environment, just overall as the Mosaic always is. So that's Friday. We got 4 on Friday. We got we all day Saturday. The morning, you get your coffee and your donut and come in. Yeah, for you all that have not seen
Hey
You know
man,
what
Scott Williams, man. What you mean hate? I'm going for Scott. I'm rooting for Scott. But I like Bartow to beat him, but I'm rooting for Scott.
Oh,
I
okay.
like Bartow to win that game, but I'm rooting for Scott.
Gotcha.
Mike
So yeah, I just saw. I didn't know what you was talking about. So we got the first game, the breakfast game is Lake Gibson and Sebring. So it's
the Breakfast Club.
So if you have not seen a Darion Willis from Lake Gibson, 6'7", 2027, phenom that's getting better each game and getting more and more, that'll be your chance to check him out. Sebring got a pretty good kid up there too, a wing, David Allen,
Hey,
about 6'3" kid. Yes, sir.
Ain't nobody getting up at 9 o'clock.
Barnes gonna be there.
So I can keep talking.
Barnes.
Okay,
You know, they got to see that kid play somewhere else because ain't nobody gonna be in that gym.
Barnes gonna be there.
Barnes and 3 referees. That's it.
Oh man, y'all tough. So the 10 o'clock game, 10:30 game is Lake Wells versus Fort Myers Gateway Charter. Gateway Charter just beat Discovery by 3 at Wally Keller last week. So they're a pretty good team. So they are number 8 in 3A, and they're number 28 in the state. So
what's interesting when you said that the team that beat Victory by 40, Gills beat them.
The team that beat Victory by 40.
Didn't somebody just blow Victory out? I mean, it probably wasn't 40, but it was a blowout.
You're probably right.
Who just beat Victory abilities and they beat them pretty convincingly?
Coach, I think he's looking it up. So that Lake Wells got a couple guards. They got Salid Morris, George Ramirez, and Sebastian Perez. Pretty good 3-guard lineup.
What's their record?
Right now, they are this game is gonna help Lake Wells. They 9 and 11, but Lake Wells is hanging around that 8 spot too. So playing a team.
You talking about Westminster Academy?
Yeah.
Beat Victory.
Yeah, I was being crazy saying 40, but they blew him out, I heard.
Bro, it was 38.
Oh, they got the sausage put in them then for real. Yeah, Gills beat them.
So Coach Blicker saying they beat them, but people didn't have they big time guard when they played them. He got hurt the night before.
Hey, I don't care. Gills got 8-9 big time players too. So
yeah. So this Fort Myers Charter, this Gateway Charter team got some good ball players. But they look like they guard heavy. So that they shouldn't overpower Lake Wells, and that's going to help them because. Well, wait a minute. I'm sorry. They got a 6'7" kid that's player of the year, dunk champion, shot blocker. Okay, so that might be a little trepidation for Lake Wells. I didn't see the 6'7" kid. I missed him.
And you say that team right there beat
Discovery
by 3?
Discovery. Yeah,
by 3. By
beat
3.
Wally Keller.
Yeah. That ain't gonna help them by the points they're gonna get for playing the number 2018, right? I mean, obviously they help them a lot if they win, but
what classification is Lake Wells? 5A?
Lake Wells is 5A, and they last week they were 8 or 9. They hang around that 8 or 9 spot. So, I don't know. I could have the math off on it, but that's gonna be a tough one for them though. So the noon game, the matinee 12 o'clock game, we got Winter Haven taking on Jacksonville Bishop Kenny. So Bishop Kenny is number 20 in 2A, number 189 in the state. We know it's been a tough year for Winter Haven. But the crazy thing is Winter Haven win their district, they in the playoffs.
Yep.
As tough as the year's been, you only got to be good for what? In that district, 3 games, 2 games? I know they're going to probably be a lower seed, but they could sneak in, Coach. You got Troy Boswell, obviously been killing it this year, averaging 21 a game, 21 and 9 rebounds. Gavin Hall averaging 12 and 5. And, Coach Woodside and Coach Riddick and Coach Jamie, they've been there before, so they know what it takes to get in. And all you got, like I said, the record don't matter once after next week. So that's the 12 o'clock game. The 1:30 game, we have Davenport picked up a good win last night at the Polk shootout. They beat Lakeland. And they will be taking on Tampa Catholic. So Tampa Catholic is ranked number 11 in the state in 3A, and they rank number 49. So that's a top 50 team. And Davenport is hanging around that 8-9 spot too. So this is a chance for them to get some.
Davenport need this win.
Yeah. And if you all have not seen the freshman, if you haven't seen Davenport at all, but if you haven't seen the freshman Butter Hard, you get a chance to watch him play. But they got a good 4-man rotation. They got the Chicago Richards kid inside, kind of does a lot of everything for him. You got Amari Ellis, 6'1" guard, can score it, can really kind of vocal leader for him. Then you got the freshman Hardy, and then you got the Berm kid, another guard. So they got a few guys that they play, and they play well. And Tampa Catholic, they have a guard that just signed with Samford University. He was a Hillsborough County Player of the Year last year, PG. So he's a big-time scorer. They have a 6'5" shooting guard. They got offers from USF, Radford, explosive, quick twitch, and Lakeland goes over there on Wednesday and plays Tampa Catholic. So
Tampa Catholic good.
They okay. They mediocre. They're in that mid range, but they're gonna make from what it look like, they're gonna make the playoffs though. But I think Davenport needs this win though.
I think Davenport got a good shot at this one. I think they got a good shot, and it'll definitely help them. You know,
they need this win. Because they're hanging around, I think, at number 10 right now.
I think this one can get them in.
9 or 10. They got to get this win.
Yeah, they can get this one. I think this can get them in the show. So then the 3 o'clock game, probably one of the surprise teams, one of the best turnaround stories of this year. Arbondale takes on Lake Highland Prep. Arbondale is currently at 16-5. Lake Highland Prep 17-4. Lake Highland Prep is currently ranked number 9 in 3A, and they number 29 overall. You know, they are a very historic program. They always have good teams, and this year is no exception. Lake Highland Prep is in the same district as Discovery. So, and I know that Discovery beat Arbondale earlier this year. And Arbondale right now is number 18 in 580, number 128 in the state. They are led by, they got 3 20-26 kids that's playing very well for them. Derek Ramirez, averaging 12-4 inside. And you got the guards of Aiden Curry and Jaden Lindsay. So they got a very good 20-26 class. And Lake Island Prep has a 6'4" stretch forward that's averaging 14-7. And 2 pretty good point guards. So it looked like a pretty even matchup on paper. What's your thoughts on that? They look pretty even from how they line up on the words and the numbers.
I think it looks even, but I don't know. I think Arbiter has the advantage of playing in Polk and pretty much a home game. Like Highland Prep is a traditionally good program. I think who comes out first, swinging first, is going to end up winning this game. I think it's a great test for Arbondale, but Lake Highland Prep has played several teams from the county actually. You know, has fared well against all of them. So I think it's going to be one of the better games of the day, though. I think so.
Okay. So then the 4:30 game, we got Santa Fe. Santa Fe is won quietly after the break. Probably been the most consistent team in the county. They take on Orlando Evans. Evans right now is number 2 in 6A in the state. They are number 7 in the state overall. Santa Fe is number 11 in 2A. They are number 79 overall. Santa Fe has been to 3 regional Final Fours, 11 district titles, and we know that Santa Fe is led by the top guard duo in Polk, Tate Darner, UTC commit, and the General Toby Lane. And then they got the talented freshman, Ethan Knox, one of the top-ranked freshmen in the state, averaging 14 a game, 14 and 6. They have a very, very good guard, three-man guard rotation. They play well together. And Orlando Evans has a good guard combination, too. They got a guard that has offers from Dayton State of Santa Fe College, averaging 20 a game. That'd be a fun matchup watching him and Tate go at it, since they both look like scores. And they got a point guard, averaging 11 and 6, and then another kid, 6'3" wing, that's a good three-point shooter. So on paper,
Evans will be playing Columbus in the state championship.
No, it'll be St. Thomas.
I mean, St. Thomas is 7A?
They 6A. They moved down.
Oh, Evans dropped.
Yeah, Evans dropped.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they just knocked off Oak Ridge.
They did. The score was like 100 to 96.
That was the 109 something. Well, the thing about
Barnes froze up on his ability?
It looked
might
like
not.
What?
Oh, there you go.
And we back. I froze. I saw my light flashing. So I don't know what you got, but yeah, Evans, that was the 109-95 game, or something, 194 game like last week. So, but Santa Fe can score in regulation, so that you almost got to ask yourself, do Santa Fe got enough scores, because they're going to be getting up and down the floor. So
Evans long too, coach.
Evans the best team in Orlando.
Evans right now the best team in Orlando.
So this will be but Santa Fe, to their credit, this won't be their first big game, all right? They've been playing big games all year long, so they're not gonna flinch or be like, oh my God, that's a good team. They've been playing good team all year. So
shout out to you got Pop possibly could make it. Evans, you really got the state teams like right here in the Mosaic this year.
Yes.
That's what we're talking about. Like, why would you not?
A lot of them.
You
just mentioned those. You just mentioned Eustis. Eustis number 1 in their region.
Mm-hmm.
You got Gibbs and Blake in there. They're going to meet each other in the regional final. It's a lot of good teams. Santa Fe, Victory. A lot of people potentially making the White House that's in this shootout. Like, why wouldn't you want to be here this weekend?
I know why they don't want to be there. Because of Facebook Live.
They don't want people to see.
Mm-mm. People don't go watch games no more like that. They should be there live.
Oh, they're not gonna come because they'll just stay home and watch it on the TV.
Yeah, we got to get people back in the gym. This is big.
Yeah, it's big to be there. And then, like you say, we not there. And then you get that ticket, and that ticket you can watch. You can come and go. You get out all day. You can leave and come back. And so, if you're a basketball person, I don't know why you wouldn't. It's just crazy.
And it's important because usually Donnie Wilk is there, which is the director of the City of Palms, and he's always looking for next year's tournament.
Nope.
He also books the Wally Keller, so he's helped with the Kingdom of the Sun. So it's good to have a good showing.
All right. So after this, we're gonna have the first time in Mosaic that we're gonna have two teams that are not. One of the teams is not from Polk County, although it does have kids from Polk County in it. But this one is this might be the best one of the weekend, conceivably, and it's not going to involve any Polk County teams, and that is Tampa Blake, 18-3 versus Orlando Oak Ridge. Tampa Blake right now is ranked number 5 in 5A, number 22 overall. Just had a kid, Joshua Lewis, that just signed or committed to Iowa, University of Iowa, 6'7" guard, plays very ferocious. We got another kid that's a 2026 kid, Joe Fillon, 6'9", being recruited by Florida State, Florida, USF, Texas A&M, Michigan. And then they got a 6'6" wing kid that's athletic that can get to the rim. He's getting interest from Queens College in Spring Hill. And then on the other side, you got Orlando Oak Ridge, who they got the kid Jameer Jones, athletic elite finisher, has signed with Providence. They got the PG Jalen Reese, probably the best PG in the state. If not, he in the conversation, signed with LSU. They got Zay Mobley, formerly of Winter Haven. He signed with Ohio, averaging a double-double for them. And then they also have a kid, Trayvon Maddox, 6'7", that signed with Stephen Austin. So Oak Ridge got 4 of their starters have signed D1, and they 6'7" or better.
What a kid,
sir?
That kid traded his name. That's the one that's from Lakeland. No.
This is this kid named Trayvon Maddox, 6'7" wing that signed with Stephen Austin. No, that's not Trey Jackson.
Oh, it ain't Woody. Okay.
Yeah. So Coach Joe, he good people with us, Coach Blicker.
You signed with anyone yet?
Who? No, he hasn't. No, sir. We talked with him on the chat the other day, congratulating the Lewis kid on his signing. So that one's gonna be good. That's a 6 o'clock game, y'all. And then 7:30, you got Bartow be back in action, and they'll be taking on Windermere on Saturday. Windermere is number 2 in 7A, and they are number 4 overall in the state. So they got a kid, a 6'8" forward that's committed to Liberty University. They got a 6'2" PG, averaging 14 a game, and they got a wing that's 6'4", averaging about 11 a game. So you got Bartow going to get 2 teams that are top, 30 in the state. So their ranking is going to skyrocket, right? And then the nightcap, you have Discovery, 17-5, taking on Tampa Prep. Tampa Prep right now is number 10 in 2A, 59 in the state. Tampa Prep has a point guard, 4-year starter, getting D2 interest, averaging 14 a game. They got a 6'6" forward, averaging a double-double, and they got a sophomore point guard that's pretty good. And once again, Discovery got Darius Livingston signed with Robert Morris. You got Eric Daly, who we just talked about earlier, with offers from Polk State and Webber. Jordan Garner is a junior kid, starting to pick up some steam, and they got Isaac Redden. So this is another must-win for Discovery too, right, Coach? Because right now, last week, Discovery was 7. They were 7 in their region before they played this week.
Discovery, they're in a good spot. They don't have to win this game. What they can't do is lose that 7th spot on where they're at. Right now, they will match up with Calvary Christian out of Clearwater in the first round, and I like them with that matchup. So they just need to maintain.
You like Discovery against Calvary Christian?
Yes.
So
it's better than them playing
the Villages and then the Villages.
Yeah, if they move to if you move to the 8th seed, you got to play the Villages. If you move to the 6th seed, you got to play Lake Island Prep. So I like their matchup against Calvary Christian than those other two.
Okay. All right, so that's Friday and Saturday, man. That's 4 games on Friday, and there's 9 on Saturday. You got some of the top teams in the state. As we say, Polk versus everybody. So y'all make sure y'all pull up and y'all support the kids. On this weekend, nobody is not us against us. It's us against
record.
You got what now?
Polk will have a winning record again.
I like us to win this year. I like last year we wasn't as those matinee games kind of killed us last year, but we got I like Davenport, Armandale, in those kind of games that we kind of have struggled in that time slot. I see you scratching your ear, Coach. You don't feel the same.
I don't like Polk to have a winning record. I'm rooting for Polk, but I don't see it.
You don't see it?
No.
Oh man, it's tough. Well, man, we got two other things we're gonna get to. Well, other games this week. I know people think we ain't nothing else going on this week, but there are some other games going on. So a couple games of interest this week. You got Lakeland at Victory tomorrow. Coach Hen has a chance to get his 100th career win, and that obviously would be great for his playoff because he kind of right on the outskirts right now. Tuesday, Calvary Christian, who you just said Discovery may end up playing, plays Victory. Talked about Victory, tough week this week. Also Tuesday, Avon Park, who they were the number one team going into last week. They took an L against Discovery. They got Bartow on Tuesday in Bartow. So a chance to redeem themselves. You got the age-old rivalry, although it's probably not as much of a rivalry. It's not as competitive this year. Armadillo and Winter Haven play Tuesday. And then Lakeland go over to Tampa Catholic on Wednesday. So those are a couple of other games that's going on this week besides the Mosaic. So honor roll real quick. Top 10, and then we done, y'all. So y'all tell me who we got for the honor roll for this week. So I'm going to just call out their stats for you. Meso Pierpoint had 34 points versus East Ridge. DJ Bullet for Lake Placid, 26 points, 12 rebounds versus Fort Meade. Adarian Willis, 32 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists versus Newsom. Jaden Watson from All Saints, 25 points, 3 for 5 for threes from Mulberry. Quentin Wilson had 37 points, 9 rebounds versus Slam. MJ McCullough had 33 points, 8 rebounds, 2 blocks versus Slam. Landon Gall had a 8.8 rebounds, 8 assists, 6 steals versus Mulberry. Tate Darner averaged 27 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, and 3 wins last week. Ethan Knox averaged 18 points, 5 rebounds, 3 wins last week. And Rashard Kelly had 31 points, 6 rebounds versus McKeel. So who do you all think should be the Polk Hoops Player of the Week, sponsored by Filling the Lane? Appreciate Filling the Lane all year long, been sponsoring the Player of the Week.
I like Tate Darner.
Like Tate Darner?
I like MJ. Coach, he been consistent all year. Him and Q been a 1-2 punch.
Yeah, I don't know that team they played. Highlights look like they played what y'all call them?
Esteem Academy. But he had early in the year where him and Q went for 30 together. But I think that kid he's been knocking at the door all year with great stats. So
I'll let you pick. I mean, I'm just
saying we voting, so my vote is MJ, Coach.
And what you said, PG Tate?
I'm cool. I got Tate, but I'm cool with the MJ kid.
Well, I know Tate won last week. Y'all want to let the chat say Tate. Maybe we can share it. Then we'll do Cole. So y'all both. We got Tate Darner, and MJ McCullough share.
Do the MJ kid.
Do the MJ kid? Okay. MJ McCullough, Victory 20-26 for his 33 points, 8 rebounds, Player of the Week, and sponsored by Filling the Lane. So we'll get MJ and Coach Fitzgerald. But once again, 33 points, 8 rebounds, 2 blocks versus Slam. Congratulations, MJ McCullough, Player of the Week for this week. All right,
he really gonna get tested this weekend.
Yeah, he'll
get. That's facts. I might run over there tomorrow and watch the Lakeland game.
Yeah, so we'll give it to MJ and get it. Congrats, sir, on all your success, working hard. So last thing is our top 10 for the week. Then we done. I know. Go ahead, Coach. All right. So we got at number 10 for 4-game winning streak, 12-10 right now. We have the George Jenkins Eagles at number 9, 10-8. Fresh off the loss last night, we had the Lakeland Dreadnoughts at 8, 11-12. Fresh off the win over the Lakeland Dreadnoughts. We have Davenport 7 from earlier conversation, 12-9. Jordan Christian Prep at 6. Dropped a couple spots from last week from that loss on Friday at 6. Is 17-2 is Avon Park. 5 at 15-7 is Bartow Yellow Jackets. 4, 16-5 the Arbandale Bloodhounds. 3 at 17-5 is Discovery Spartans. 2 at 17-5 is the Victory Storm, and at 1 is the Santa Fe Crimson Hawks. That is our top 10.
Who you put at number 7?
Jordan.
Protest.
So are we removing Jordan Christian Prep from the rankings? Is that what we're saying?
Man, protest. I don't want them in no rankings.
Okay. So in that case, everybody else moves up, and that would put Hays City at 10. Everybody else moves up a spot up until Avon Park lost, sir. You know, you lose, you drop. That's just the nature of the beast. I
got number 1.
Santa Fe.
Yeah, how did they get to number 1? They got it.
They were at 2 last week, and they won like 6. They were at 2 last week.
See the rankings, remember?
Yeah, they were at 2 last week. So yeah.
But I was at the Avon Park Discovery game. They're not as bad as I thought. You know what I'm saying? They actually have talent. The Cohen kid can play, but they just hadn't played anybody. They're not. Their schedule hadn't prepared them for what they are up against. So
what they about to see.
Yeah, I didn't even see the top 10 rankings last week. You know, I had that show. So I
Yeah. They was at 2. They were at 2 last week.
Gotcha.
But they knocked out Victory. Went in Victory, knocked Victory off. So but
I called that one now.
You got that. I told that too. We talked about it on the show. I said, yeah, bro called that one. That was double. He called that one straight immediately. You called that one, so yeah.
I can share my good news now, man. Finally get to share it.
Right, there we go.
Have to hold back off for about 3 weeks. So the good news that we've been holding on to for my girls, as y'all know, my girls have won back-to-back nationals and have won 11 national titles. So there's this huge program called Step Africa. It's probably the biggest step program in the country. It's a nonprofit organization out of Washington, D.C. that travels across the country, not just across the world. They just came back from Africa teaching the step culture. And they're doing this thing called the Step Classic, which they put out invite only. 70 teams applied to be part of Step Africa. And it was only 8 teams were selected. They pay for hotel expenses, and they pay your organization $5,000 to come perform at their Step Classic. And we were the only high school female team out of 70 teams total. We were the only high school female team to get selected, man. So we're gonna be going to Washington, D.C. February 14th through the 17th. To actually showcase what we're doing here in Polk County, Florida.
Man, that's amazing.
Hats off to you and your girls, man. Like
we'll be taking, I think, 33 girls.
That's life changing, man.
Yeah,
that's life changing. That's so amazing on so many levels, man. That's That's all we about, man. We about even through this whole Polk stuff, man. We can't get enough of sharing good news because that's just what it's about. We all in the kid business. We doing it for the right reason. So them young ladies gonna remember that for the rest of their life, man. That's good stuff, man.
And we won last night. I mean, we went to Jacksonville to Stomp Down show, and both JV and varsity won. So we're off to trying to win. Well, we got 4. We got a chance to win 2 more JV titles and 2 more varsity titles that'll put us at like 15 if we can pull it off, which I think we got a great chance.
Mount Rushmore status. So we gotta start calling you the All-State coach too.
No, man, not a coach.
Yeah, man, we gotta start calling you all. We gotta.
Not a coach, man. I got a great coaching staff.
Yeah, man, that's what's up, man. So shout out to TBS, man. Shout out to Main Mentor. Shout out to Corey Tuma, all the work he does with those young ladies in that organization, man. Shout out to Coach Billy D and Coach Johnny for a great event this past weekend for girls basketball, trying to raise the awareness for statewide girls basketball. Had a great event the last 2 days. They get ready for a state run, so congrats on all y'all's success. And everybody, the district seedings have been officially done. So this week is just kind of about positioning. There are some good games up this week, but district play will start next week. But all that stuff is kind of already said and done. So y'all make sure you get out, man, to some good basketball this week before Friday and Saturday. But if you don't, make sure you get over to the Mosaic and get you some. If you're into basketball like that, it's where you want to be. Best basketball in the state over the weekend. So hopefully we see y'all there.
If you're not going to the Mosaic, which I won't be able to make it on Saturday. I'll be there Friday. We are TBS is hosting our Step Meteors competition, and we have 24 teams from across the country coming down to compete. And just alone in our boys division, we have the top 6 boy teams out of 7 boy teams in the nation that will be competing at our show. Our show is on Saturday. It starts at 2:00. So if you aren't able to make it to the Mosaic, come to Kathleen High School and support the Taken by Surprise Step Show.
Support kids, man. Support kids. Support kids that's doing the right stuff. It's so much wrong stuff that unfortunately kids get into. We got to celebrate them when they doing the right thing, man, because there's so many options that's not the right thing. So shout out to the young ladies who were the primetime performers this week, as well as Ms. Rutledge at Jenkins. Polk County Girls Basketball. Thank y'all for everything y'all do. Also, Philip Lane, thank y'all for all you've done this year for sponsoring the Polk Hoops Player of the Week. But that's all we got for this week, man. We appreciate y'all tapping in, rocking with us. And once again, Coach, what you want to tell the kids? What's the quote that's more important this week, this time of year than ever before?
Man, the best ability is availability. Go out there, play hard, be safe. Make sure you're available for your team, for the district, and for the state run in the regional playoffs.
All right, man. Till next time, Polk Hoops, we out. Y'all be safe. Appreciate y'all rocking with us. Thank you.